All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Shipping out some orders again this morning. I think we have 10 total orders going out the door, which is great because we haven't listed anything in, I want to say since like last Wednesday. Maybe Thursday was the last day we listed. So sales are still coming in strong. So we're going to be shipping out those today. Let me just set everything up. This morning has been hectic. We just had the junk removal guys come and grab basically all of our furniture. So our house is pretty much empty. And now we're just waiting on the 15th to move. So everything's starting to piece together. Waiting on a couple more paperwork to come back and sign all that stuff. And then we're basically just playing the waiting game until we move. Might be able to move early if everything works out good. So that's what we're doing today. Woke up nice and early today and didn't expect the junk removal guys to take the stuff today, but they opted to. They're like, hey, we got an empty truck. You want it gone today? I was like, yep, take it away. So house is officially emptied out. Today, Whatnot show at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in the next 2 hours, we're going to do a Whatnot show, all that stuff behind me. We're just clearing some stuff out. So if you want to grab some deals, that's going to be at 12. So if you're watching this on the 3rd, that's at 12. What's up, Kim? What's up, Juliet? And then I have a show scheduled for tomorrow, but I'm probably going to move that to Tuesday because there's no way I'll have enough time to set up a show for tomorrow. So probably next Tuesday will be our last clear out show, and then we have a Saturday show this weekend. So yeah, lots of stuff to do. Lots of work everywhere. House, business, everything. All right, let me go to this page and we are ready to ship. Like I said, we have 10 eBay orders. Sorry, 10 eBay orders going out the door, and then we have one Poshmark order. Yesterday was pretty slow. I didn't have, I don't think any Depop offers come through. Definitely no Mercari. Mercari is completely dead. What's up, Carlos? So yeah, just Poshmark and eBay yesterday. What's up, Trisha? All right, let's get started. We got Poshmark one order. It's a bundle sale. Sold for 35 bucks. I just took a best offer, just trying to, if I get a decent offer nowadays, I'm just clearing stuff out, making room for new stuff. So I am going to do a full inventory audit as soon as we move. I did sell, if you saw that post yesterday, I sold all the trains yesterday that I had left over. I paid $3.50 a unit. I ended up selling them yesterday for $1.50 plus shipping. So I lost $2 each on those trains, so 200 bucks lost, but I've already made all my money back on those trains. So this is just a way for me to clear it out. I could have waited till Christmas to sell them, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pass a deal on to somebody else. Somebody else can list them and deal with them. So yeah, that sold out yesterday. The whole garage is cleared out. We're like, basically, we're ready. We're ready to move, ready to get on out of here. So these two sold for $35. We got a Mizzen and Main shirt. Good brand to look out for. Both of these were just listed recently too. This one was just listed recently. This one was probably about 2-3 weeks ago. And a Ralph Lauren shirt. So both of those sold in a bundle for 35 buckaroos. What's up, Lily? Everything with the home. Wait. Well, hello there. How's everything with the home? Everything's going good. We just had junk removal guys come today. I was talking about that earlier. Junk removal guys came, grabbed all the stuff. Furniture and stuff. We're going to buy the kids new furniture. We're going to buy a new couch. So we just had them come and grab all that stuff. Kayla's in there sweeping the floors, making sure they look good. So that way when they do their final inspection or final walkthrough, I think it's called, it'll all be set up and ready to go. So that's what she's doing. She's in there wiping down the floors. Final inspection's not for a week. So we'll probably have to wipe the floors down again with the kiddos, but at least we'll get it nice and clean out there. But no furniture in our main living room. Everything is completely gone except for the TV. Let's print this out. I forgot to print out labels this morning too. There we go. All right, that bundle sold. I'm shipping that in a Tyvek envelope. Highly suggest getting these for Poshmark. You can order these for free and have them delivered for free from USPS.com. Love using these for Poshmark orders and also for Whatnot orders too. I use those Tyveks a lot for Whatnot orders. Only Poshmark order, that was the only one. Now we're shipping off some eBay orders. This is a Peter Millar belt. You might have saw this a couple weeks ago because this brand new Peter Millar belt sold. And then the person said that the navy blue was not the navy blue that was shown in the photos, even though it was. And they opted to return it, which is fine. I just relisted this and it sold again for 40 bucks. So quick sale. Yeah, these Peter Millar belts have been flying off the shelf. I didn't expect them to sell this fast. Got these from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. but they've been moving. I only have 3 left. I think I picked up, I want to say I picked up a total of 10. Maybe I have 4 left. I have one that's unlisted over there. I haven't listed it yet, but total of 4 left. And I had 10 originally, so within a month I've pretty much sold out of all those Peter Millar belts. This one's going to ship out for 4 ounces. Buyer paid $7 for shipping. I'm only paying $4.80 for shipping. Appreciate you guys hopping into. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop in the chat. If not, just hang out, see what's sold. It should be a pretty quick live. And then as soon as I get done here, I'm going to start setting up for the Whatnot show and get this whole room organized. Goal today is to get all of that sold on the rack. And that'll basically clear out everything that I have for the garage except for one more bin of Ralph Lauren. So next week we'll do one more Ralph Lauren show and then everything is cleared out. Death pile is gone. Goal is when we move to not have a death pile anymore. To basically, if we go sourcing, separate the stuff that's going to go on Whatnot immediately off to the side, and then everything that gets listed is going to get listed ASAP. That's our goal. We're going to have a lot more space in the new house to be able to do that. So it's going to be much easier to get everything listed really quickly. Next sale is a bundle sale on eBay. If you don't know, I've been discussing this the last couple weeks. I do a bundle offer for my eBay. If you buy 2 items, you get free shipping. So that's exactly what happened here. This men's cool shirt and this Ralph Lauren shirt both sold together for $47.98. And they got free shipping. So I bundled this together. It's probably going to cost me, I'm going to say this is less than £1. So it's probably going to cost me $5 to $7 to ship this out, depending on where it's going. So it doesn't cost me much more. It gives the buyer a deal, and that's going to create a repeat customer. If this buyer would have bought over $50 as well, they would have got 10% off, but they didn't hit that $50 mark, so they didn't get that additional 10% off. This is only weighs 12 ounces, so this is going to be really, really cheap to ship. So they got free shipping, and it's only going to cost me a whopping, why did that mess up? What the heck? Printable label. Whoa, that's weird. Hold on. Let me redo this again. 12 ounces, 0. There we go. And this is going to go ground advantage for $5.51. It only cost me $2.50 a piece to ship those out. How long did it take you to put together your light box? I received it. The light box behind me, it took me like 10 minutes to put together. It's just like putting together a tent. If you've ever put together a tent, the poles just slide into place. The hardest part, and might require one other person to help you out, is to get the actual wrapping to go around it because it velcros in the front. You see the bottom right down there underneath my hand right there? That velcros and the top's velcro too. So you have to like pull it over it and then velcro it and pull the bottom, velcro it. That's the hardest part. But to actually put the rods together, it takes no time at all. And then the top clip parts just clip right to the top bar up there, so there's no extra work with that. And then you just slide that piece in there and you just clip it on and you're good to go. But I had Kayla just help me really quick. It took us 10 minutes. I've also set up 2 of these light boxes previously with my larger one, so I kind of knew how they went together. So it might take you a little longer if it's your first time, but like I said, if you've ever put together a tent, it's basically the same concept. Super easy to do. Buttercloth, really good brand to look out for. I might have a Buttercloth piece in today's live, in today's Whatnot. I don't remember if I did or not. But Buttercloth, men's extra large. This one was just listed. This brand always sells really fast for me. Sold for $24.99 plus ship. Nice little bread and butter brand that sells quick. There's ones with patterns on them that are a little bit more unique and rare. Those will go for a little bit more. This was more of just a plain red shirt. That's why it sold for $25. Have you ever done a video on how to fold different items for photos, long sleeve shirts? I've never done well, I've done lives. If you go back, Linda, and watch some of my lives where I'm doing some listing lives, that shows how I do my photos and everything. It's a full view. What's up, Frenchie? But I don't have any specific like videos, like detailing photos. I probably will when I move. I have plans to make lots of videos, and I have plans to ask you guys like what guide videos do you want to see, and I'll just like pump out like really good guide videos. But for right now, I don't have those. Did you add a pants clip to your hanger? This one, no, there's just a hanger in front of it. There's the big hanger and then there's a hanger in front of it, but I didn't add it, no. They're 2 separate. And that's just a regular pants hanger. People ask me all the time, do you have like a bigger pant hanger? I think that would definitely be cool if you had a bigger one for like larger size pants, but this is that one is just a regular hanger. Nothing special about it. Next up is the Kayla pickup. This is a Faraday women's top. It's a size extra small. If it was a bigger size, we would have got more for it. This one sold for $19.99 plus ship. If I remember correctly, we got this from City Thrift for like $3 to $4. It was really cheap. That's why we grabbed it. Usually we don't grab women's extra small pieces, but this was a good brand and we got it really cheap. So we figured we'd pick it up, and it sold relatively quickly. It took a little over a month to sell. This one's going to go for 6 ounces. Buyer paid $7. I'm only paying $4.58. Got some good sales in here too today. Lots of bread and butter, but there are some like really good heavy hitter sales. Excited to see your new place, guys. I plan to make a video before we leave showing you guys how big this house is, the one that we're currently in. And then maybe doing like a small house tour, maybe just like a garage tour of the new house. But I really want to show people, Chris has already done a really good job. If you haven't seen Chris at Peak's video, he already did like a house tour. Not like the rooms or anything like that, but like the main room and then the garage. He did a whole video showing like how small this house is. And I'm going to make one for my channel too before we leave. Next up, Peter Millar Summer Comfort. This is a men's size 2XL, no club embroidery on this one. These always sell really quick, especially if you can get them in a bigger size like 2XL. This one sold for $24.99 plus ship. If I remember correctly, I listed this last week. How many days do we move? We move on the 15th, so less than 2 weeks. We're just waiting for one more approval from our loan officer. The underwriters were asking for a little bit more information from us because we don't work a normal real job. So they were asking for like bank statements and stuff like that, and basically said once we send those over, which I sent everything over yesterday, we should be approved and ready to move. This house is already sold, so no matter what, this house is gone. But he said we shouldn't have an issue moving in the new house. How do you ship hats? Put them in a box. I don't ship hats in a bag. I always grab boxes. Usually I use my eBay quarterly coupon on the 8x6x4 boxes, basically getting 2 packs of those for free with the store subscription that I have. And then I bag them just like I bag the clothing, and I just stick them inside the box and ship them out. I don't suggest putting hats in bags because the brim of the hat, if something heavy landed on that brim and bent it and folded it, the customer can get really mad because it's kind of hard to get them back, shape them back in the way they're supposed to be. So always ship hats in a box. Next up is a Vineyard Vines men's sweater. I don't really pick these up too often either, unless they're like really cheap, like bread and butter. But this one was a cotton cashmere blend, so it had a little cashmere in it, and it sold for $29.99 plus shipping. This was also listed within the last 2 or 3 weeks, and it sold really quick. So don't pass on all Vineyard Vines sweaters. The cotton cashmere ones are worth the pickup. What's the cost to ship a hat? They usually go ground advantage, and if they go ground advantage and they're under a pound, they're usually right around $5 to $6 to ship. It also depends on where they're going, but usually right around that cost. This one's shipping out for $5.91. Buyer paid $7 for shipping. Yeah, the hats, as long as they're under a pound, they're just regular ground advantage. If you don't know, ground advantage is going to be like a flat cost basically, unless your packaging you ship it in is really big. It's usually never really big because it's a lighter weight item. So usually you're going to pay the same amount as you would for a shirt or something like that, even if the item's in a box. Next up, these are Polo Ralph Lauren. I'm actually going to peel this off because the sticky part is probably stuck to the pants. These are Polo Ralph Lauren men's joggers. They're a big size too. I think they're a 3XB. 2XLT, sorry. 2XLT men's sweatpants joggers. I picked these up at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I think I paid $15 a piece for these. I got a bunch of them. I think like 4 or 5 pairs. I've already sold 2. This one is the second one to sell. This one sold for $35.99 plus shipping. These should just slide right into this poly bag and ship out easy peasy. Just have to make sure I squeeze it down. What's up, Zach? Everybody hopping in today. Make sure you're liking the live wherever you're watching it. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I do have plans to. What's up, Bobby? I do have plans to start doing TikTok lives again, doing live shipping. My side account is over 1,000 followers. I do have live access, but I'm probably going to wait till I move to start doing that. So if you guys did watch me on TikTok and you want to watch me again on TikTok because you like that better, I will start doing lives over there. Not on my main account. It's on my side account. My main account's still live banned. I've always had that issue, but independent 1099 jobs require more paperwork. Yeah, they do. We have, the good thing is we don't hide any of our income on our taxes. I know some resellers do. They like to do cash under the table deals and stuff like that. every piece of income that I ever make, I claim on my taxes. So yes, my taxes are really high. I do pay pretty good amount of money for my taxes, but when I want to buy a house like this, I'm able to show 2 years of taxes. That's pretty much what they ask for. I can go all the way back 4 years. They can see a steady incline in income. And then I'm not hiding any of my income, so they see how much I'm making. So it does help. Don't hide anything you're making. I know it limits your taxes, and you make a little bit more, but if you ever want to buy something like a house, you want to be able to show your income accurately. Bring back the old days. I got my first international purchase under the new tariffs. It's going to the UK. The buyer paid $7 shipping and a VAT tax of $20. What a rip. Yeah. Tariffs. Can't avoid them. Can't avoid them. What's up, Dora? All right, this is a good sale. So this is I wish I could show the logo. Actually, I can show the logo. I can show it on the screen. This is what this piece looked like, and it got me to stop at the thrift store and pick it up. I did pay up a little bit for it. I think I paid 13. Yeah, I paid $13.38. But this is an Aston Martin racing jacket, really high end, like luxury car brand. Anytime you find anything luxury car brand, you're probably going to look it up because it's going to be worth good money. Took pictures of everything, the logos, embroideries, all that stuff. So $13.38 is what I paid for this. And it ended up selling over on eBay for a whopping $69.99. They got an extra 10% off. So what that $62 what they paid for this? $62 is what this sold for, pre-owned condition. I did have this listed for a little bit. I think I've had this listed for like 3 or 4 months, so you have to wait for that right buyer. But if you ever find something like this, definitely pick it up. It was 100% wool, so that kind of stopped me too. It's like a luxury car brand, 100% wool. And when I looked it up, I didn't see too much info on it. But I know from experience, Ferrari, Aston Martin, brands like that, even Corvette sometimes can be like, I know it's not as luxury as the other two, but even Corvette, some pieces can be worth really good money. And yeah, listed this high and got that sale. I'm excited about double estate sale tomorrow. Pool barns full of collectibles. Hopefully the little self doesn't get run over by everyone. There you go. Let's go. That's awesome. Dig. See what you can find. Yeah, that was a pretty cool find. I think I found this at Goodwill, if I can remember correctly. But yeah, good find. I don't know if I took a video of that. I might need to look in my video archive to see if I have a video of me finding that one. Last two sales is another item from the TJ Maxx and Marshall's Yellow Tag event. Usually I wait a little bit higher on these. This one only sold for $37 to men's Polo Ralph Lauren. 2XL shirt, just a basic 2XL shirt, but I only paid $15 for it. Sold for $37. Usually I try to get over 40, but like I said, we're trying to move some product before we move, so 37 is basically 40 in my eyes. So I just decided to take that offer and run. That one's going to be 12 ounces. Just make good investments, like a separate IRA, retirement, 67, it's paid off. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I play around with the stocks now. Me and another reseller talk about stocks and stuff like that often. Let's see. And last but not least, this one I'm going to ship off live because I'm going to need a box for it, and I forgot to grab one. But this is a men's extra large Pendleton sweater vest. It's a good one to look out for. I've actually sold this one brand new, and I think I might have a brand new one in today's live, or it's either going to be today or Saturday's live. But this is a Pendleton men's extra large. It's called the Ridgeline vest. Good, like Sherpa, almost like a buffalo plaid style to this. And this one sold for 35 bucks, I think. Yeah, or 25 bucks. I took a best offer at 25. I had it listed for $34.99. I only paid $5 for this at red, white, and blue. So nice little sale right there. I'll just throw that into a bag or a box and ship that out. Probably a box because it is a little bit thicker. And that's it. That's everything. Nice little quick, easy shipping live for the next 2 hours. I'm going to be cleaning up, moving some stuff. Like I said, we just had people come and grab all of our furniture. So I'm going to clean up that room, help Kayla with that, and then finish setting up for the Whatnot show. So make sure you come out today at 12. It's got really good stuff. I got some new Attack Bad Birdies. I got some more Rock Revivals, brand new tags in there. I got a bunch of new attack stuff. Usually I don't run new attack stuff on a midday show, but we're just trying to clear some stuff out. So if you're a reseller, you're gonna love us. Come to the show, grab some steals and deals. I got even like a Brooks Brothers leather jacket. I think that's that one right there. And I still am gonna grab like 4 or 5 suits, and I'm gonna throw the suits into that show. So make sure you come out. I think I might even do dollar starts, and you guys can just haul out and have some fun today. And then no videos planned for the next probably week or so until we move, and then I'll probably be back on my video grind. So if you're missing our short form videos, once we move, I'll get back into that. So how do you deal with returns when buyer damages an item after getting it? When they return the item, Aaron, over on eBay, you can take 50% cut back. So if you let's say you sold a pair of shoes for $50 and they got them and they wore them and they returned them without the box, you can take a 50% cut and only give them 50% back, so $25, and then you can sell that in pre-owned condition and usually make your money back on that piece. So that's what you can do. You can also report it to eBay. Sometimes they'll cover you fully depending on how bad it is damaged, but that's one perk you get with eBay is you can get 50% back. So do you log every purchase, every item you purchase? So yes, but not each and every individual item. I log my receipts. So anytime I get a receipt, I file that away and then I add that to a spreadsheet. And then I have all my costs of goods in there, but I don't do each individual item. I do, like, if I paid $300 at the thrift store for 15 items, I log that as 300 for 15. So it's okay to put a t-shirt in a poly bag and then send. Yeah, you can send it in an envelope. You can send a t-shirt in whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a poly bag. You can send it in a box. You can send it in an envelope. Yeah, I've even got shirts delivered like this in clear bags with a label on it. So you can ship it however you want as long as it's protected. You can slap a label on the shirt if you wanted to and ship it. The post office will ship a shirt like that. If you've ever seen those like memes where people like take potatoes and they put a label on a potato or put stamps on a potato and ship it, you're allowed to do that. So you just have to make sure you protect your item, because if the buyer gets it and it's damaged, then you're going to be in trouble. Okay, so accept it no matter what. I accept all returns no matter what. Even if I know it's not my fault, I'll take it. It's part of doing business. Can you explain how you deal with Posh Bundle offers again? Buyer wanting big discount. Can you explain how you deal with Posh Bundle offers again? I have Nifty sent out my Posh Bundle offers. So Nifty, if I get a like on multiple items, Nifty will take those items, put it into a bundle for me, and send a 10% out offer to the buyer. The way you put items in a bundle, if you don't use Nifty, is you just share your item to that specific person. It'll automatically bundle it for you. So let's say somebody comes through and they like 10 items in your store, you can share it to them. So just hit the share button, type in their name, and then share the items to them. And then you can message them within the bundle and say, hey, if you're looking to buy these, I'll give you a 15% discount, and then you can send it. But Nifty does all that for me automatically, so I don't have to ever do that. All right. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I will see you guys in an hour and 45 minutes over on Whatnot. We are doing some gift card giveaways too, so if you want to just come and get some giveaways, we'll be doing that as well. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll catch you later.